You're listening to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. This is episode 38, and today's topic is targeted individuals. Hey everyone, Adam Muselli here. Welcome to the Dynamic Thinking Project podcast. If this is your first time listening, then thanks for coming. This podcast is released every Friday, and show notes are found at the website, themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. Come back often and feel free to add this podcast to your favorite RSS feed or iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All links are in the show notes and website. And now, let's get started. I've also received few emails to talk about a subject. May seem or sound absurd to some people, but to others, it's a daily living in hell. So, regardless if you believe that there are really targeted individuals or not, just keep an open mind, of course. That's because you don't know what you don't know. And by the way, you can email us if you have any subject in mind and you would like us to talk about, as most of the subjects we talk about in this podcast, not all of them, most of them, are actually requested by people, just like you. You can send us an email, and the email can be found at our website, themindtechinstitute.com or mti.edu.au. And also another reason motivated me to cover this subject is because the noticeable or some noticeable rise of the phenomenon. And we know this as a fact because we've been contacted at the MindTech Institute by people claiming there are targeted individuals and requesting to do hypnosis to find out if they have been abducted or microchipped by agencies or others. I mean, we used to get few calls a year from people with similar claims, but the calls have increased in the last 6 months. And that is a red flag for us, statistically speaking. So let's start from the beginning, and as usual, I keep our subjects as scientific and rational as I can. And also, just a reminder, if you would like to become a fully qualified counselor, hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, or master practitioner, or even a life coach, now you can study and get qualified totally online. Just visit themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. Click on the online courses tab, and you'll find dozens of online courses there. And all our diplomas and advanced diplomas are accredited and recognized worldwide, as the MindTech Institute is a registered training organization here in Australia. And we have students from all over the world, as our diplomas and advanced diplomas are internationally recognized. So what is really targeted individuals? Targeted individuals are people who are being used or claim to be used for human experimentation, no-touch torture, such as directed sound waves and other waves. Also for genetic manipulation, covert drugging with LSD and other hypnotic drugs. Also remote neural monitoring, infection with Morgellons, which is sort of fibrous, or some fibers grow under the skin, and it's real. I'll talk about it in a different episode. Also, gangstalking, which is the most common amongst the targeted individuals, and other things such as electrocutions, poisoning, harassment, break-ins, thefts, vandalism, surveillance, taunting, bullying, sabotage of relationships or careers, home, school, family, etc. Now, all that can be misdiagnosis as mental illness, schizophrenia, paranoia, and other mental illnesses. And to be honest, most cases are cases of paranoia and schizophrenia, and also simply just for attention. But I'm not going to deny this phenomena in some real cases just because of a bunch of wannabes seeking some publicity or even some shills. And if you want to know more about shills, you can go back and listen to episode 24. I guess it's 24. So targeted individuals are also may actually be suffering from PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. And also trauma shock, depression, fear, anxiety, fixation on ideas of reference, pressured speech, disorganized thoughts, and worse because they have been targeted by a group of people who seem to have money, power, and almost magical future technology under MK Ultra style counterintelligent program designed to destroy their ability, health, well-being, and eventually kill them. Now, it appears to the targeted individual, and in most cases it is a fact, that others continue to conspire around them, around the targeted individuals or the target, and also to talk about them when they pass by or when they walk by, and when they reveal knowledge of private experiences or thoughts that only the target could know without the assistance of technology. The people who stalk targets have been witness starting rumors and lies about the targeted individuals, claiming that they are pedophiles, drug users, murderers, racists, and other socially sabotaging labels, or almost anything that would upset the target and make others fear or hate the target and create personal, social, work, family, or relationship problems to the target or to the targeted individuals, or even making false charges against the targeted individual, and even going so far as to plant incriminating evidence against the target or the targets. So, as strange as it may sound to the uninitiated, remote control electronic rape and electronic sexual assault are commonplace experiences for the targeted individuals. And as a computer scientist once explained to me, he said, in remote neural monitoring, Morgellons nano assemblers invade the human body, connect to and modify the human genome, and after scavenging the body for materials, gets to work building a network of biosensors, transducers, and semiconductors, crystosynthetic biology, nanoscale bioelectronics. It sounds mouthful, but in this way, implementation is completed via many infection vectors, such as the mouth, the ears, and other places where the infection can get through the body or get into the body. Using advanced artificial intelligence running on quantum computers, which is a very interesting topic, quantum computers, which they run on something called qubits, not the normal processor. We'll talk about that later when we get into the Mandela effect and other related topics. So they're using advanced artificial intelligence, and they run them on those quantum computers and neural networks, and also interfacing with the target's DNA, scalar radio waves, biophotons, neural evoked potentials, biotelemetry data flows, and amazingly, electromagnetically charged coupled microwave radiation pulses can now interface with the target's brain, opening to the world the once personal and secret thoughts and senses, and allowing for remote rape and abuse. Combined with a voice to skull technology and or synthetic telepathy, and you have a victim whose inner thoughts and everything they see, hear, say, feel, or even dream is all as an open book, freely available to the operators of this technology. This technology originally based on Tesla's ideas, but sadly carried forward until evil took over. Now, it is claimed, and it does carry some factual weight, that any targeted individual who asked for help from any governmental agencies somehow to help them, at least to stop or make arrest to stop those gangstalking or whoever is targeting the target, which is the targeted individual, those government agencies, they provided no help or no assistance to that person, or at least protection until they do some proper investigation and to make an actual report or an actual investigation if this person is really mentally ill, suffering from schizophrenia, or that person is really being stalked and targeted by a group of people or by other government agencies. In fact, many targets reported that they felt if the response they received when interacting with police and other agencies that they went to seek assistance was any indicator, almost as though the agencies in question had all been briefed to direct targets to local mental health facilities, claiming targets are simply crazy. Witnesses who are being targeted in New Zealand report that the local police there admitted that gangstalking and other targeting techniques used to destroy people and drive them to suicide was something they had just learned from a series of classes they had just completed being taught in the United States by the U.S. authorities and cultural exchange program. And it does make sense to a certain extent, and you can find those reports online too. And also this person who is a computer scientist and targeted individual said, it is strange and difficult for anyone to realize that they have become a target for a new military technology testing, bioweapons testing, nanotechnology testing, etc. These are new weapons and systems that will be used to track and control everyone in the very near future. And currently, they are being tested, deployed, and used globally against targeted individuals everywhere. Large groups of individuals will appear to follow them everywhere they go, to bump into them, to make them, for example, miss the bus or wait in a line or miss an appointment or anything they can do to make the target believe they are crazy and to feel that they have no power or no control of even the simplest thing they do in their lives or on a daily basis. And also, alien abduction-like ideas will be put into the target's mind and thoughts using new mind reading and mind control technology that is so advanced, the public has not yet been told that it exists. And I also heard that from other individuals who came to us for hypnotherapy, as well as some of our hypnotherapy graduates who also reached out to us and telling us about alien abductees or stressed similar thoughts to them. So if you're in this field of hypnotherapy and counseling and psychology, these things are quite common, and I'm not saying it's all real, and I'm not saying it's all fact, but I will not deny even alien abductions. And that's another topic, and hopefully I'll talk about it soon. So apparently, this global phenomena indicates a group with tremendous resources, money, personal technology, connections to all aspects of society. It is a new world order cult. Once again, it matters not if you believe in it, because to these people, it is real, and one day we may all know. And as I explained in episode 24, that there are many whose job to troll the internet and attempt to debunk targeted individuals' testimony, and many targets have been dosed daily for years with high level of LSD and other drugs, so they may appear crazy, unbalanced, etc. And it's obvious, as it is the result of a deliberate program to drive someone insane and get them to act in ways they would not normally do. On the other hand, I also believe that there are real people, fakers, who claim to be targeted individuals to form a support group for some personal gain and to join a group for attention. A couple of years ago, I saw a documentary where some people claim they are targeted individuals, but it's so obvious they are fake. And they honestly look and sound dumb because targeted individuals don't look and sound like these fakers. Maybe they have been planted there as shields to discredit this phenomena and make all the genuine targeted individuals look nuts like these fakers. And I'm sure if you go on YouTube and type targeted individuals, you will get one of a famous documentary. I'm not going to say the name of that channel, but it's a YouTube channel. And this channel, actually, they have freelancers. They go to an event or they film a documentary and maybe they sell it to that channel. So it's easy to find that documentary on YouTube. So maybe made this documentary just to make everyone who is targeted individuals talk about targeted individual look nuts like those fakers. So it's certainly not an easy call to judge who's fake or not, but I gotta ask myself first, why this person is targeted? What does he know which may be a threat to governments or agencies or a certain group? Who is this person? You know, just simple and rational questions like that may indicate the legitimacy of the person. I mean, yes, I believe William Cooper, Phil Schneider, Max Spears, and others who were killed and who were targeted individuals before they were killed. But look at what they knew and shared with the world. They spoke about things they have should not and were warned to keep their mouths shut. And when they didn't, they were crossed. Another thing to make you think before I end this episode, there is another disturbing phenomena which may be related to targeted individuals and other human experiments. There are some alarming statistics claim there are millions of homeless people around the world are vanishing. Yes, I said vanishing without a trace worldwide. Some news and other articles are saying that in the US, homeless people are being taken to FEMA camps or vanishing into thin air. But I really cannot talk about it due to the shrouded mysteries around this topic and also some conspiracy, and I'm not saying a legit conspiracy. But you can do your own research and find out for yourself. However, there is a series of books called Missing 411. And those books are written by David Paulides, who spent 20 years in law enforcement, and he was in a senior executive position in the technology sector, who was also interviewed by George Noory on Coast to Coast AM and other programs. These books are very interesting because they talk about missing people, and it's crazy, providing evidence and records as David Paulides, he was in law enforcement. The stories in these books are mind-boggling, and it makes you really think what is going on. If you just go on YouTube, probably you'll find some interviews by David Paulides. And if you want to know how you spell his surname or last name, is first name is David, as normal David, and last name is Paulides. Paulides, Paulides. It's very interesting as this is a person who was in law enforcement and he's talking about these crazy story of missing people. Many of them, they disappeared. They just vanished into thin air without a trace, and some people, they came back, but they were not normal. And I'll also do another episode about something called absentia, hopefully very soon. So that's it for today, and once again, if you would like to become a qualified hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, or master practitioner, or even a life coach, you can now study online at themindtechinstitute.com. And also we offer many advanced diplomas in counseling, in leadership and management, in marketing, hospitality, and other advanced diplomas and diplomas through a program called Recognition of Prior Learning, where we can offer diplomas based on your work experience. So you don't have to study, there is no classes, but there are some conditions apply. For more information, you can visit mti.edu.au or simply themindtechinstitute.com. And all our diplomas are accredited worldwide and recognized. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions or if you have any subject that you would like me to talk about, you can email me. The email is on our website, themindtechinstitute.com. It's all one word. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, especially if you are listening to this podcast on YouTube. The Dynamic Thinking Project podcast is released every Friday. Until next time, take care and enjoy your weekend. This is Adam Moselli, signing out.